What is up, YouTube? It's Taylor here, and today I'm here to share with you how to start your own nonprofit. So when we first started this journey, there was very few resources that we found to be very helpful. So what I wanted to do is share with you our journey and the steps that we took to let us to where we are today. So before I get started, I wanted to say thank you for jumping on today to this video. Thank you for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, and doing all of the wonderful YouTube things that I know you will do. So thank you again for that. And with that, I'm gonna kick off to share with you the first step for starting your nonprofit. The first thing is to figure out why you're actually doing this. Like, why are you actually creating a nonprofit? Is there something inside of you that is a passion, something that you have been wanting to do for a long time, something that's really near and dear to your heart? Whatever it is, you need to have a why. So anytime you start a new project, you start a company, anything like that, you need to have a really, really great sense of why you're doing it. You need to have a vision. And this will help you. This will be the determining factor on if you will be successful in this or not. This passion is going to fuel you through the really difficult or the tough times that you will definitely come across. So that's my first step, is how you need to do this is you're basically going to start with your why. The second step, is to get a tax professional for the correct formation of your nonprofit. This is no different than any other legal entity that you are forming, and it's always best to use a professional to do this, a tax professional, a CPA, somebody who is versed in the subject. This is going to help you get started off on the right foot. That would be terrible if you didn't do this correctly in the very beginning, because obviously when you set it up correctly, you don't have to worry about the legality, the formation, and the protection, taxes, different things like that. So very important to get a tax professional to create that formation. The next step, the third step, is going to be register for tax exempt with the IRS. So what you're going to do with this is you're basically going to provide the details on who you are as a nonprofit. You're going to provide what it is that you're going to be doing. You're going to provide the specific tax identification number. You're going to do all of these other steps basically to send in to the IRS to prove that you are, again, a non-for-profit, not-for-profit company, as well as tax exempt status as well. So this is going to help you later down the road when you're getting donations and different things like that. You will be able to use this essentially piece of paper to be able to not only prove that, but also have your donors be able to prove that as well to their own taxes and different tax advantages that they also get for donating and taking part in your nonprofit. The next step that you're going to take is to open up a bank account. So this is step number 4. So you're going to open up a specific bank account that is for a nonprofit entity. So if you open up a regular business checking account, there might be fees associated with that. There might be other stipulations, account minimums, different things like that. So when you open up a specific bank account that is for a nonprofit, you get different perks, you get different things that will help you along the way. And really, that's exactly why you're doing this, right? You're trying to reduce as many of the operating costs and of the overall costs as you can, so that you can use more of the funds that you get as donations, or however you're getting that money, to be able to use for that cause. So that would be my next step. The next step after that is to get a payment processing system. If you are going to be operating on any level at an online basis, which you definitely should be, because this is 2021, or whatever year it is, I guess, that you're watching this, you're going to want to have an online presence. This is absolutely huge. So with that, you need to have a payment processing system. So that would be something like PayPal. That would be something like Stripe. Some of these different companies, and there's a lot of them. So I really encourage you to take a look at researching which will be best and most beneficial for you and your nonprofit. What this is going to allow you to do is to accept donations. You're going to be able to accept donations via the internet, through a website, through your social media channel, through email campaigns, and umpteen other millions of ways. But this basically just levels you up to where you need to be at in order to get more donations. And What I really love about this is it's going to reduce a step of hesitation and resistance in the people that are going to be donating. You're going to have the ability to set up recurring donations, like on a monthly basis. You're going to be able to, send out those invoices for proof of being a nonprofit, and so many other great things. This is a really, really big deal, and it helps your donors, again, find you and donate easier and with less resistance. The next piece that you're going to do is to build a website for your people to learn more and to donate and to find out all about who you are as a nonprofit. This is absolutely huge because it's going to help you, again, attract those people. It's going to help you find people that maybe you wouldn't be able to reach without the internet. So if you're looking at a regional type of nonprofit, obviously those people in the area will know about that, but it's easier to be able to spread the word wider with that online presence. So again, the website that you were going to build is going to be very simple. It's going to be very simple because you want people to know as much as they need to know about your nonprofit, and then a way to be able to get involved. So on our page, we have we've got our first main spot up at the top that explains who we are. We have a section that's a donate now spot, and then we have an about us section, and then we have a subscribe for more details section. So it's a really, really simple one-page website. Anytime you take action on those, it brings you to a thank you page and basically confirms that you have either donated or registered to be part of the newsletter section. So our nonprofit is called First Day Kicks, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's going to help benefit school-age children, elementary school kids, get fresh new pairs of shoes for their first day of school. And we're very passionate about that because, my husband loves shoes, and if you know that about him, you know he really loves shoes. And so we figured by our businesses to be able to give back in a really cool and unique way. So anyway, so that would be the next step, is to build that website so that people know who you are, how to donate, and what to do to move forward. The next piece that we're going to follow up with here and to continue along the steps is to announce it. So people are not going to know unless you tell them. So you need to tell people what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how they can get involved, which is exactly why you need to have all these other previous steps figured out and finished before you get to that spot. So you're going to announce it, and then of course you're going to continually follow up on the tax exempt status, make sure that your formation is correct with the legality side of it, and also just making sure that you're keeping really good track of the numbers, the money. If you've watched any of my other YouTube videos, you know I'm very passionate about tracking your success, tracking your business, tracking your life, and this is no exception to that. We all know taxes cause a lot of stress for people, and specifically if you're a business owner, you want to have all of your ducks in a row, in a very perfect row before you have to file taxes, obviously. So this is very important with this as well. It is no exception. So those are my steps on how to start a nonprofit. Again, those steps are: figure out why. You're going to get a tax professional for the formation. You're going to register for tax exempt status with the IRS. You're going to open up a bank account. You're going to get a payment processing system. You're going to build a website. You're going to announce it. So those are my steps. And of course, the last piece on here as well is to follow up and make sure that everything with the tax exempt status is figured out, as well as your formation is all good to go, and just making sure there's no hiccups with any of those different things. So after you've created and started and things like that, now you get to do some of the more fun things, which includes the actual act of using the donations to be able to give back and to act upon why you started this nonprofit in the first place. So with that, please feel free to follow our journey. My social media tag is @bizletay. So that's BIZLETAY. And until next time, I will see you guys very soon.